What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Faithful Trainer podcast, where we take guests through a personal training workout and ask questions about God. We're with today's guest.
I'm Maddie.
And we're stoked to take her through a workout. Let's go.
Let's do it. The source is God. It's the one source. It's the stillness. It's the sectors. It's all of the things that make it up and all of the things that make up a fruitful life.
So first exercise, we're going to go ahead and do a warm-up, okay? So I'm going to take you through a yoga warm-up, which you're a yoga instructor. First, we'll just do a cactus together. Yep. Nice. And then from there, you'll inchworm all the way into your Spider-Man. So that Spider-Man, so you're going to go to that lunge, get that elbow on the inside. Nice. Very good. And we'll just come up and back. Exactly. Just 3 there. So grab that knee over that toe. Very good. Good. And then once you're at 3, we'll transition into that downward dog from here. And then you can pedal it out wherever you feel. Listen to your body there. Get into your breath. And then whenever you're ready, we'll go to a Spider-Man on the other side. All set up. You got like 5 rings on. One's an Aura. Spine's got a Garmin watch.
Metrics, preventative health.
Oh my God. So how long did it take you to get certified to be a yoga instructor? Like
200 hours in total that is like the lowest barrier to entry. But
it's the lowest?
Yeah. It goes from like 200 to 400 to 600. You could even do like stack them on top of each other. I want to say there's like a 2,000 hour.
What are there different levels? Like, are you considered a master yoga instructor at 2,000?
In my book, I'm a master yoga instructor. However, my 200 one is very bare minimum, and usually they're not hybrid, but I actually ended up finding a hybrid opportunity so I could do it in the mornings before my job, and then I spent 2 weeks in Costa Rica.
And you did all 200 hours in Costa Rica?
Yeah, I would wake up every single morning before work, put it on my TV, do the lectures, take the notes.
Holy
do
crap.
the like video group sessions and the reflections, the practice, teaching, the whole 9 yards. We just do it all in the mornings before work hours.
That's insane. What inspired you to be a yoga instructor, Maddie?
Honestly, I have always loved yoga, and I think it was the first form of movement that really spoke to me by the means of feeling grounded and connected to myself and just actively living from a place that feels more grounded than when I weren't doing yoga. And my love for it translated through my travels. Everywhere I'd go, I would find a fun yoga class and experience new cultures through that.
It's so cool.
And so not only am I then connecting with myself and grounding and able to move through my days in a different, more intentional way, I'm also able to connect with other people and cultures and my surroundings through that. So
wow.
It was never really me wanting to be a yoga instructor. It was more so me just being drawn to the practice and kind of like a bucket list item. It would be fun to get my certification. I love it so much. Saw an opportunity for it and went for it.
That's so cool. Can I ask you, what is the biggest thing that yoga has taught you?
It's taught me how to be still.
Why is that important?
I think stillness, which it sounds crazy for me to say it taught me how to be still when it's a form of movement, but I think internally it's so important to be able to pause and seek God in those moments, because we are in a world filled with so much noise where so many things are constantly competing for our attention, and there's so many different obligations, roles, responsibilities, things that take up our day-to-day that it's easy to lose sight of what's important and what is fruitful and fulfilling. And I think being still, at least for me, allows me the space to extend into every other branch of my life from that manner, grounded in my faith, in my values, in myself.
Right.
And I think it just shows up in the way that I move through my life and my day-to-day because of that grounding and stillness.
I think that's so important. I love what you'd mentioned in terms of like, we live in a world where we're just getting big competition. You know, We have a competition for attention. Sometimes we get caught in our own thoughts and that becomes a competition. And the one thing that's helped you is become still through the practice of yoga, which is then translated into all facets of your life. And if you didn't have this practice of yoga, it would probably be more challenging for you to get to that stillness.
Yeah, I feel like I am someone that is constantly go, go, go. I am
Same here.
obviously I'm a founder, so
Yeah.
I thrive in the pressure, I thrive in the chaos.
That's so good. That's so good, Maddie. I really appreciate that. You ready for this first exercise?
Yeah.
Let's go. We're gonna do a Bulgarian split squat.
All right.
The important thing here is your calves are gonna touch the bench. You're just gonna take one step. That's it. Your toes are gonna be flat. So the glute, the only way it gets emphasized is if we bring our butt back. So my chest, like an alligator's mouth, is gonna come over the knee. My glute's gonna come back, and I'm just gonna drop controlled. I'm gonna put all of my pressure on the mid part of my foot here. Chest comes up, and then I'm gonna drive through. That's about perfect. Now your glute's gonna go back just like you were doing. So now try to bring your chest forward and really push that glute back on that left side. Yes. Do you feel a difference between the glute if you're forward versus back? Okay. It's money. There you go. Breathing's always really challenging when doing exercise. 3, 4, last one. Nice. That's really good posture.
Let's go.
I have to ask, tell us about One Source. Tell us what you're working on right now. We need to hear it.
So I have a pickleball brand that is called Overserved, but that was my pride and joy for a really long time. And it was more so rooted in paddles, hats, apparel, but more so community events and just getting people in spaces where they could connect with each other. And I think for the longest time that showed up through happy hours, socials, people at open play. And I realized when I put it down for a little bit that the version of me that started Overserved is not the version of me that's standing here today. And I think that's why it was so difficult for me to pick it back up, because it no longer felt aligned with who I am and how I bring people together. I think at the time, that was how I knew how to. And yes, that still shows up in different parts of my life, but it's no longer the only way that I know how. So I started brainstorming as I do, and I would say in my head, I envision it, One Source, a space to land before you need it. So it's somewhere that...
It's space you land before you need it.
Yeah, it's a place to land before you need it. So there's seven different sectors of it,
Okay.
each of which at the time in living my life, I didn't understand why things were happening a certain way or why I was pulled in a certain direction, or couldn't really make sense of it all. And oftentimes when you're in the weeds of something like that, you can't. Similar to anything that you go through, half the time you can't, it's really, really difficult to see the good in a bad situation, but then later on in life, you look back and you realize exactly why it needed to happen. And I feel like that was the case with One Source. I had all of these different hobbies, all of these different passions, and a really, really, I say heavy dream placed on my heart, but I don't mean heavy in a negative way. It just felt like something that I was called to do and that God intended for me to do. And I'm still in the weeds, which is why I'm hesitant to say explicitly what it is, because I think there's more to it than those words. But I think a place to land before you need it is fully, that is what it is, before I even have the words to describe it.
I love that. And if I were to go to One Source, is it an event? Am I meeting others? Is it based on community?
It is definitely rooted in community, but what I will say, there are events. It's not just events. There is wellness. It's not just wellness. It is social. It's not just social. It's more of a framework for life, and it's all rooted in my faith and guided by my values, and shows how fruitful life can be when you water the seeds in each branch of your life.
I love that so much.
This is top secret.
No, it's, that's what I'm getting at, because I'm kind of like sitting here, I want to know the framework. I want to know everything. And it's amazing. I love that. So check out One Source, because you have to. I'm so excited. Cool. But we'll do one more set, okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna get you tired, because that's the whole point.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay. I'm counting. 3, 6, 7, 8. Again, alligator's mouth, shoulder blades down, and push through. You're gonna step up, med ball slam.
Yep.
So, but I want you to just follow your hands, because I don't want you hitting your face.
That'd be bad.
That would be terrible. Lastly, back to the bench. That's the running technique in you. Yep, here we go, exactly. That's exactly what I want.
That burns a little more.
That's a little bit better, right? There you go, good. There you go, as soon as that toe touches, tap and go. For 3 more. Good, 2. Last one. Good. So this whole podcast is for people that are kind of on the edge of maybe knowing that God's real. Maybe they didn't want to call it God. They might be spiritual. We live in Austin, right? This is a very spiritual city that a lot of people, I feel, are searching. They're searching for more. They're searching for fulfillment, peace, right? But they might be looking for peace in the wrong areas. And you mentioned something about surrender. And I think a lot of people that are on the edge don't like the idea of Christianity or Catholicism or the idea of religion, because they look at it from a framework of, it's like kind of a bunch of rules, right? Like, why would I want to surrender, right? What is even surrendering? Like, why would that even like benefit me, right? And I think we come at the lens of like looking at things to benefit us, right? We always do, right? That's our intention. Like, I want to do this because I want it to be good for like me in some way or form. But I guess my question to you is like, how could we help listeners understand that you said something about the will of God, right? And the will that they might look at as like, oh, it's like rules, that actually gives you the joy that you're seeking.
It's interesting because as I've been building out One Source, I have a strategy brain and a creative brain, but my strategic brain has been diving into research. Like, I just love it. I love knowing. As much as I trust God and surrender to God, I love knowing. I love learning new things. I think it's important to be a constant learner. And one of the biggest things that I have been drawn to is the fact that we avoid the very things that we know are good for us. And I have been doing a boatload of research.
I avoid Brussels sprouts. I know they're good for me, but I hate them.
Oh my gosh. I've been doing a ton of research about it, and the reason why our brains do this, and everything just trying to make sense of this vision and this dream that God placed in my heart, because I want to be able to help people, like you're saying, not get to that point in the first place. Get to a point where it feels so frictionless, low barrier to entry, not like a set of rules that you're having to follow or forced to follow, or there's pressure to follow, because God is not pressure, God is peace. And I think the problem in today's world is that the barrier to entry is too high. You think you have to do it all, or it has to be all or nothing. You have to do it all or nothing. You have to get from A to Z, or why even try? Why even start? So I feel like it's daunting, and it's easy to let that consume us, when in reality, all you gotta do is take the next right step.
Yeah, people are stuck at the starting line. They're stuck right here because the barrier of entry, their perception of that seems so high. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to lower that friction. You're trying to make them feel the presence of God, where it's like the starting line's here, but I'm just gonna, because it doesn't feel like that was a barrier of entry, right? It actually felt like God wanted me to do that.
Yeah, and you said something interesting too, because upon moving to Austin, I recognized that as well. It's like, our community here is so diverse. Not everyone believes in God, not everyone has the same political views, not everyone is rooted in the same faith or values, and that's okay. Our job as Christians is not to shove it down people's throats. It's not to convince them. It's simply to hold space for them to get there, one. And two, make it accessible and give them an entry point and say, this is the way, walk in it. And that's essentially what One Source is. And I am, for this reason, in building it, it's all built on my faith. It's the source is God. It's the one source, it's the stillness, it's the sectors, it's all of the things that make it up and all of the things that make up a fruitful life. But our modern world is afraid of the word God.
Terrified.
I've walked the line of include it, don't include it, include it, don't include it. And I want it to feel so accessible to anyone that wants to take that first step and to take a step into it. And this is not a religious framework by any means. It's just all the foundation of it is God. It was built from the source, from God, vision on my heart, past experiences, research, whole 9 yards. So it's not daunting because I'm not saying this is God's way, walk in it.
Exactly.
It's an entry point to live a more fruitful and fulfilled life, backed by research, backed by behavioral science, backed by my living experience and the things that I've learned through God without explicitly saying.
You're getting people to come to their own conclusions. And I tell people all the time, I don't like being told what to do. Most people don't. That's why the concept of preaching scares people, because I don't want to be preached at, right? I want to come to my own conclusions, because if it comes out of my mouth, it's true.
Yeah.
And if it comes out of my mouth and that's true, then now my walk with God's going to be from a place of obedience rather than scarcity, rather than me feeling like I have to follow a formula to be saved, all of that, right? So with what you're doing, like you'd said, for people in Austin, making God accessible, but not shoving it down their throat, but simply inviting them to an opportunity, as One Source is, to eventually come to their own conclusion that God is in this place.
The people that are looking for it will know. The people that are seeking God and actively seek God, and
that's so good. The people that are looking for it, they'll know.
They'll know.
Yeah, and God will speak to those people.
Yes. And the people that aren't, if they don't want to see it, they won't see it. But it's there. You just gotta look for it.
Just gotta look for it. Med ball slams now.
I have no anger anymore.
It's fine. Okay, 3. Good. 4.
Yeah.
Good. 5. Here we go. 6. Good. 7. 8. 9. Good. 10. How did you come to God? Were you just raised in the church and your family was practicing Catholicism and said, hey, I want to raise a daughter in the church? Or how did you actually find it to be true for yourself? How did you make that choice?
I came from a Catholic family. I went to Sunday school, got my first communion. I'd go to Sunday school, but it wasn't as prevalent or consistent as it should have been, or how I now live my life. And I think the biggest piece of it was, again, my parents' accident that happened when I was maybe 13 years old. I have 2 younger brothers.
Parents' accident?
They had a car accident, a really bad car accident when I was 13. And I have 2 younger brothers who I completely adore. We're all 3 years apart. And I was on a trip with my cousin and aunt and uncle. And we got a call that there had been a really bad accident. My dad's back tire blew. He lost control of the wheel. The car flipped 7 times.
Wow. And
he lost his mom in that accident. And the gas pedal went through his foot and severed a tendon in his foot. And my mom was in a halo for months on end. So essentially they couldn't take care of us anymore. And I was the big sister. My brothers were completely fine, thank the Lord.
They were in the car.
They were in the car and they were fine.
You were the only one not in the car.
And for that period of time when my parents couldn't take care of us, my brothers and I were bouncing around, friends and families. Consistency was definitely not there.
At a young age.
Yeah, and I learned the importance of giving, the importance of being there for those around me and those closest to me, and for the people that care enough to care for you.
Yeah.
And I think in doing that for the longest time, I would just give and give and give.
Mm-hmm.
And after taking care of my brothers for so long, obviously my parents did get better. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
It took time, and a lot of patience. And I grew a lot during that time, but I had to grow up fast. And every single day, I was just so grateful that my mom was alive, that my dad was okay. And yes, things happened after the fact that throws a wrench in life, obviously. And there's a lot of questions, a lot of wondering why did something bad like that have to happen? Why?
Of course.
Especially from my dad, he really struggled with it because essentially he was driving a car and his mom died. So in his head, he
had a lot of guilt.
So much guilt. And it was so hard for our family because in those moments, he was just asking God why. And I think that in that moment, I grew so much in my faith as a 13-year-old girl because I realized just how much God had still given me through my parents both being alive. Yes, my grandmother was gone, but at the same time, I knew that what he was doing wasn't what he wanted to happen. It's never that he allows something bad to happen because he wants it to happen, but it's the stillness where you realize that he's with you there through it and you're not going through it alone. And it grows you, grows your character, it grows your perspective, it grows your faith, tries your faith. And I don't think that's affected me for a really long time until recently because I've realized just how much I've grown since the 13-year-old version of myself and just how big of a role I played in being there for my brothers in time of need.
You absolutely did.
And also our community and my friends and family being there for us in a time of need. And I think especially graduating college and taking it upon myself, that was the very first time that I was an adult choosing to step into that intentionally because I wanted to, not because I felt like I should.
Yeah.
It was my choice. It was a nudge placed on my heart. It's something that I felt compelled and called to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to listen to those things and listen to the nudges, listen to the pulls, because oftentimes that's God's way of speaking directly to you so that He can use you as a vessel to share your story and touch the lives of others.
Yeah, I just want to tell you something, and hopefully this resonates with you. You know, that 13-year-old looking back would probably be very proud of the person you are today.
Really appreciate it.
No, I'm serious. Because you were such a light, and I know I say that a lot, but you just have a presence about you. But I want to give you a hug just because I really appreciate you.
Thank you for what you're doing. You are being a vessel.
Thank you.
And allowing God to work in and through you, and it's very, very evident.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have some more exercises though. Just 3. It's not going to be long, okay? So just a push press, right? So I'm just using my legs here. And this might be really light, but
that's good.
It's okay. And then here, we'll go into your rear delt fly. So you're just kind of ripping off your t-shirt. Not that you'd ever do that, but I just use that as a cue, guys.
I'm a lady.
Yeah, you're a lady. I'm sorry. You're bringing your arms out wide. And
flying.
Then you're flying. There you go. Much better than what I thought. And then the last one here is going to be an icky shuffle. So imagine if there was a box here. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1.
Like the cha-cha.
Oh, yeah, like the cha-cha or two-step. Exactly. Yep, money. Don't forget to breathe.
It's important, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Slight elbow bend. There you go. And then just lead with the elbows. Heavier, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I'm ice skating.
So no.
What about the lightning?
I'm not a fan.
Good. Here we go. 2, 3. There we go.
That was fun. I think you guys did this. Well, we had a ladder.
All you got. All you got. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so if there was someone listening to this podcast, if they're just spiritually curious, if they didn't know what they believed in, if they're on the edge, what would you say to that person?
Take this step, and the net appears.
Wait, take the step.
Take the step, and the net appears. It's important to take the first step from passively consuming life to actively living it. And that's only possible when you're watering all 7 of your seeds and doing the things that you know are good for you, sitting still in presence with yourself, with God, with others, with your community, giving back, making an impact, making a difference, listening to your heart, your intuition, your gut, your experience, your knowledge, and using that testimony as a way to bring joy and peace and resonance and fulfillment to the lives of others. And all in all, just staying true to yourself and living by the will of the way God wants you to. You'll find joy in it.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming on today. That was so dope. Yeah, it was so dope.
I'm gonna have to send you that other quote from The Good
I'm gonna
Giver.
read that book.
You should. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I love all that stuff. So